Hey everybody, it's Paul, Dr. Nacho. We love having guests here at Dental Nacho's headquarters. It's 15th and Walnut right here in Center City, Philadelphia, so please stop by to visit us. We're so proud to have Dr. Alessandra here. Dr. Alessandra, tell the Nacho world about your dental career.
So, my dental career was interesting. I started out, of course, at Temple Dental, graduated in 2003. I was actually in the Navy, so I had a Navy scholarship. So then I traveled a bunch, first to DC, then to Japan for a year, then 2.5 years in South Carolina. So,
where was your favorite place you were stationed?
I'd have to say South Carolina. I love Japan too, but South Carolina is where we made a whole bunch of friends, really good
friends. That's cool.
Friends.
Now you're a practice owner. Where's your practice?
In Schaeferstown, Pennsylvania, which is an Amish country.
Cool. Now I love what you post. Every morning at 5:30 a.m. I get a message from Alessandro. He's up. He's done a YouTube video. Follow his YouTube channel. How can they follow your channel?
So if you go to YouTube and you type in DRALESSANDRO, all in one letter.
Dr. Alessandro.
Dr. Alessandro, you'll find my channel.
Cool. Now I want to ask you some good questions. So Alessandro are kindred spirits. So I like being a dentist. Do you like being a dentist?
I do.
I like being a practice owner. Do you like being a practice owner?
I do.
But do you think people should apply to dental school right now?
It has to be the absolute right fit for you.
So what I want to share is there's two dentists sitting here who like being dentists, like being practice owners at the medium age of in our 40s. We graduated 20 years ago. But we're both concerned about the trends in our industry, dental school debt, not getting clinical reps, taking too many students and not training them. You make amazing videos on it. You even wrote a book, Reasons Why Not to Go to Dental School.
That's correct.
What I want to bring to life, Alessandro, is we're not negative people. We're not saying dentistry is terrible. We enjoy helping people.
We do.
But tell our Nacho audience, what are your concerns with the current state of dental school, dentistry, going to dental school?
And I'm glad you brought this up. Well, first of all, there are a lot of dental schools opening up or proposed to open up. So now my concern becomes, is the market going to get flooded with dentists? Dental school debt, how much does it cost to go to dental school? That never goes down, folks. It always goes up. Yeah. Debt keeps going up. The interest rate will keep on going up. The amount of money that you have to pay, both for principal and interest, goes up. It kind of piles on and snowballs.
My dental school, Alessandro, is, I don't know what yours is 3 times as much as it was 20 years ago. Yep. But the starting pay for associates has remained stagnant. So I don't understand this math. It costs 3 times to get the degree. Yeah. But associates, and now tell us a little bit about your relationship. How do you deal with dental insurance in your office?
We don't.
You don't. So you're totally fee for service.
We are totally fee for service.
What are some of the benefits of being fee for service?
Well, we don't have to haggle with insurance companies. There's a lot less, certainly. Every now and again we have to be, let's just say, mediators, if you want to call it that, but it's pretty rare. Other things that are helpful are, well, we get the full fee for what we do. Yeah. There's no discount involved. We don't have to worry about cutting our fees by 1/3 or more in order to get patients to pay their fees. And that's what insurance
I'm going to ask you about the challenge in a minute, but just 2 blocks from here, there is an FFS dentist, Fleischman fee for service, and you said Dr. Todd Fleischman was one of your friends from dental school.
He was.
And
he was behind me. He did. He helped me tremendously. And I really appreciate that. I remember this to this day. He got me my Class 3 patient to pass the Northeast Regional Board.
Yeah, that's super ethical. Look around on the streets for people who need fillings. Doctors do that sometimes. They walk outside and see, do you have scurvy? I need to pass my exam. Just kidding. Live patient boards are horrific, but that sounds very much like Todd for being helpful. He's got an amazing fee-for-service practice over here.
Super guy.
Now, circling back to this, what are some of the challenges of being fee-for-service?
Well, of course, we do get phone calls from patients who are looking for an insurance practice. That is, hey, do you take my insurance? Of course, our front desk will say, well, we either can work with your insurance to a certain degree, but we do not directly take it. And in that case, many times a patient will look elsewhere, but we do have those that circle back and come to us anyway.
The myth I want to dispel, because we have an amazing event coming up in Philadelphia, my team will share about it, is even if you're fee-for-service, you've got to answer a lot of questions about insurance, right?
Yes, you do.
So even if you're totally fee-for-service, you have the patients pay a year ahead of time, they're still going to ask about their insurance.
Yeah, they will.
So as we wrap up, Dr. Alessandro, I want you to give advice to this person. Someone just finished dental school, they did a GPR AGD, and they're about to go into the real world. What are a few pieces, Alessandro's advice for them that you have?
Well, I'm glad that they did the AGD or GPR.
Gotcha.
Actually, if I were hiring at this point in time, I would be looking for you.
I'm saying with me.
So that's an important thing. It's an important step. It's extra education. It's also extra reps. That is hands-on practice that you get with guidance from people who know what they're doing. So I think that that's extremely helpful. best bet is, in my opinion, and I know that it might counter the trend that you might encounter from students who are graduating, try to find practices with good mentors. And that can be a challenge. I agree that can be a challenge. There are folks that say, well, that they don't exist, or it's so tough to get. Yes, it is tough to get. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to say anything bad about those, say, chain practices. That's not fair, I don't think. Each chain is different.
I want to interrupt. I want to interject. I don't interrupt. I interject. I interject with good ideas. And I say that if you're the only dentist on site as a new dentist, it can be very stressful.
Yes,
whether it's private practice or a DSO. So
yeah.
what I think what you're pointing out is if you work for corporate dentistry and they expect you to run an entire practice right out of your AGD, that can be super stressful.
That can be.
What you said about mentorship so good. I have my team members here. I need a puppy mentor. We have a puppy in our house. I don't know if it's ever supposed to be doing what it's doing. So I say to my team, is Tilly supposed to be doing this? Like, no, she's not. I'm like, thanks for telling me. And you need that in dentistry too, because dental school does not prepare you for what really happens in the real world. It may prepare you for theory and some practice, but when you're in that real world, it's tough. Well, thanks, Dr. Alessandro. One more time, how can people follow you if they want to find out more about you?
So again, find me at YouTube. So go to YouTube and type in DrAlessandro, all in one word, and that's my YouTube channel.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being an awesome Nacho friend and fan. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Paul, for doing
Thanks,
everything
guys.
you do.